Hello, my creative peeps, and welcome back for the Take 5 Art Challenge. This is the December challenge. The prompts this month were chosen by the lovely Brie from Documented Journey. If you don't know who Brie is, you should definitely check her out. I am also working in a journal that was created by Brie, and she does sell them in her Etsy shop. So if you're interested in that as well, you can check her out and get your order in before Christmas. So anyway, let's get into what this month's prompts were. This month Brie chose watercolor, ballpoint pen, the color green, botanical, and some kind of text. Now, if you have no idea what the Take 5 Art Challenge is, I and about 12 other ladies do a monthly challenge where one of us picks 5 prompts and you have to make some kind of art piece with them. Now, I usually don't do a drawing, but since Brie chose botanical and I don't draw very often, I thought that I would try to do this challenge Brie style. She does a lot of botanical drawings and she's really into sketching with ballpoint pens. So what I did was I sketched out in advance this potted plant. I know I need a lot of practice, but you know, thank you, Brie, for forcing me to practice. Anyway, so what I'm using is some Arteza watercolor pencils, and I will be doing a review on these next month. Spoiler alert, I love them. So I wanted to really use them a bunch of different ways before I do the review, so I figured this was a great way to test them out, and I also just wanted to play with them. So I laid down my foundation color in the watercolor pencils, and then I'm going to go back in with my watercolor palette to just kind of finish up the sketch, really. Just add the rest of the color in more depth. I had a lot of fun just sitting down and doing this sketch, and it was really refreshing to have these prompts chosen this month. I feel like a lot of the prompts usually lean more towards very mixed media-ish, and this one was more focused on keeping it simple, I guess you could say. So I really appreciated that from Brie's prompt list. Everything you need to know can be found in the description box below. I think I forgot to mention that. We do have another lovely lady joining us this month, so definitely go check her out. Again, linked in the description box. It's always so fun to see everyone's different take on the prompt. So yeah, my favorite part about using watercolor and pencils and just making these kinds of illustrations is doing all the layering. I love just reworking the color over and over again to get it like kind of where you want it. I love putting all the layers on. I do get a little frustrated throughout the piece because I'm one of those instant gratification people, which is something I really do enjoy about watercolor pencils, because you just color it on and then like magic you wet it and it's all colored. I don't know. But yeah, so at one point in the piece I always get frustrated because I'm like, is this done yet? And then I really get into the layering and enjoy it more. Sorry, forgot to turn my phone off again. So yeah, I just decided to take my gray watercolor and kind of do the background there to make it look more like its own illustration rather than a part of an unfinished piece. This thing I'm using right now is a ballpoint pen. It is a fancy looking one. because it's got a cool silver metal casing by Cynthia Rowney, but I promise it is just a ballpoint pen. So I used watercolor, I used the ballpoint pen, obviously I used green, I drew a botanical illustration, and now I'm adding the text. And I just chose to put individuality on the pot, and I thought it was really fitting because all of the prompts are so different because we are all individual, and it's really interesting to see what each person picks, and it's also interesting to see how each individual interprets them. So I thought it was just a really fitting word to put with this. I also stamped the date on the bottom that I did this particular illustration, and then I just kept going back in adding little finishing touches with the watercolor. And then once I was finally happy with where I got the leaves, I went in again with the ballpoint pen and did Brie's scribble technique. This actually isn't something I've done before. This is my first time doing it, and I can definitely understand why Brie enjoys putting in her shading this way. It was a lot of fun. It was super easy to do, and with such light pressure on the pen, you really can't screw it up. So thank you, Brie, for sharing all of your inspiration and letting me borrow some of your techniques for this piece. I still feel like that leaf up top looks super funky, but at this point I'm just done messing with it. So here's a close-up shot of my finished amateur illustration. I hope you guys enjoyed this Take 5. Please do take part and use the hashtag Take5Art. Tag me in your posts so that I can see them, and if you posted a video, let me know so that I can get Kyra to add it to the playlist. Alright, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this, subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.